Good day, ladies and gentlemen, it's Quantum Reflex with a Toys R Us exclusive Cyberverse Transformers Dark of the Moon, Bumblebee and Starscream 4-pack. We'll start off with the box here. On the back we've got pictures of Cybertronian Bumblebee, trans-scanning version, Starscream in the Raptor mode, and the Cybertronian Starscream. No other robots advertised. It's presented quite well. Let's take a look inside. Okay, we'll start off with the Cybertronian Bumblebee. Originally, I thought this was a Bayformer, but then on the box it says Cybertronian mode. Even though it's got the stripes on it, isn't a Bayformer. It's the Cybertronian version Bumblebee. So we got a nice Autobot symbol there at the top. We got some backlights now. Let's have a comparison shot. Main differences in car mode are part of the back window paint is missing. Now I don't know whether that's deliberate or if it's supposed to make the windows look smaller, I don't know. We've got some rear lights now, rim of red paint around the grille, missing some lights on the Cybertronian version. There are quite a lot of differences, like some paint being missed out in places and extra paint in other places. Let's take a look at the robot mode. Changes exactly the same way. I would say this is probably my favourite paint of this mould, and I'll tell you the reason why. They've taken extra time to colour the shins in. It's actually yellow plastic. They painted the thighs grey. Just altogether looks a lot better. We've got some blue eyes as well. There we go. Let's have a comparison in robot mode. You can see by having the shins yellow, it sets off the robot just a little bit better, I would say, than the classic mould. Having the red brake lights there, it looks a lot cooler. I'd go for the Cybertronian Bumblebee. Now for the concept Camaro trans-scanning Bumblebee, and he comes with a gun. The actual car itself is pretty cool. The actual whole mould is made of translucent plastic, and what they've done, they've just painted over the top of it and they faded it in here, and then you've got the trans-scanning grid like you see in the good old Transformers movie when Unicron's transforming Megatron to Galvatron. It looks pretty cool with this grid effect along there. Let's compare him to the original mould, and of course his original mould is Bolt Bumblebee because they both have the hand, so it's a repaint of Bolt Bumblebee. This guy comes with a gun. Couldn't find anywhere to put the gun on whilst it was in car mode. They could have quite easily put a plug in the top if they wanted to, but nah. Let's have a look what he looks like in robot mode. Changes exactly the same way as Bolt Bumblebee. We've got all the trans-scanning effects down on the lower half. You've got the solid car effect at the top here. We've got his gun. Wow, the gun is very stiff to get in. I was almost worried about snapping it then. Maybe a bit out of proportion, I'd say the gun is, to be honest, but all in all it's cool that he's got a hand now. Let's do a robot comparison. Exactly the same but different paint, but we do have an addition of an Autobot symbol on this mould's head. Out of the two robots, the trans-scanning concept Camaro's got a better paint job on its head. And now for the Raptor Starscream, and he also comes with a gun. I generally don't review other robots, but because it's part of the pack I thought I'd give him a quick review. So we've got the airplane Starscream here. It's translucent plastic underneath there. We've got a Decepticon sign there, so let's change him. So this is the robot mode. If you notice down here, we got the grid effect of the trans-scanning. So it's not as good as the Bumblebee. We got the gun here. The gun's a lot easier to put into Starscream's hand than Bumblebee's was. Unfortunately, I've got nothing to compare this one to. And now for the Cybertronian Starscream. I must say, it looks a pretty cool Cybertronian jet. You've got some wicked guns there. Let's change him. Let's see what he looks like. Now, I'm not your #1 Starscream fan, but I can tell you, man, this Cybertronian Starscream looks a lot better than that movie one. I mean, at least he looks in proportion. I mean, the movie Starscream doesn't look in proportion at all. There is no comparison. The Cybertronian Starscream kicks ass compared to the movie Starscream. Just everything about him's a lot better. Got some really cool detailing going on there. There is one thing I was a bit annoyed at, that he's got holes in his hands there, but the actual gun, the peg's too big for the hole, so the gun will only work with the movie Starscream. There you go. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Toys R Us Bumblebee and Starscream 4-pack Cyberverse exclusive. If you're a Bumblebee fan, is it worth getting the pack just for Bumblebee? Well, for this mold, yes, because you've got a great paint application here and it's worth getting it just for this mold. For this mold, nah, not really. If you're a great fan of the trans-scanning type of Transformers, then go ahead, but it doesn't really justify buying the whole pack, and to get the pack right now is quite expensive, so I would wait probably a month or so for the prices to come down as it is new. So yeah, check it out on eBay. Thank you very much for listening. This is Quantum Reflex saying good night.